that's just the mentality of the bodybuilders. You're never happy. Once you are happy, you're done in the sport.
You got to be perfect, because the guys on the stage will be. I see him here in the gym. He's got the passion for it. He's definitely got the aggressive vibe. He's training hard. He seems to be very focused. I think by continuing to focus on compliance, and then also a realistic perception of potentialities. One of the things that I found out for myself and for guys that I work with is that first time getting ready for a show, you're always surprised at what's underneath because you haven't been there before. And I think having a thick enough skin to look in the mirror honestly and say, okay, you know what, I've continued to have work to do, as we all do at every level of the game. It's ongoing, that honesty and ability to constructively criticize becomes a part of your personality, that you have to be able to honestly critique yourself and say, okay, these are the areas I need to work on.
The amount of food that you get to eat when you're cruising at around 10 to 12% body fat is significantly greater than you would get to intake if you're looking to achieve a body fat level of 3% to 5%. With that reduction in food comes a very high degree of uncomfortable feelings, a very high degree of moodiness. Moodiness in young men is not always a beautiful thing. It can come out, manifest itself in the form of anger, frustration, silence, withdrawal, you name it, it can happen. All because we can't eat what we want to eat. And that would be the area that we'll wrestle with Sammy with, because he's a naturally big guy. He's a young man with a huge appetite, likes to train hard, likes to play hard. So now we're pulling the reins here of nutrition, and that's going to be a little bit difficult, as it should be and as it is for everybody else.
Bodybuilding, you're never perfect, ever. That's what keeps you going. But to be able to accept the flaws, work on those flaws, accentuate your strengths, that's the beauty of the art of bodybuilding. And that's something that any novice competitor, Sammy not excluded from that group, of course, needs to be able to focus on. And that's welcoming the strengths, celebrating them, but at the same time downplaying the flaws and the weaknesses. And as a first-time guy, stripping away that body fat, it's very challenging. It's not easy. And sometimes along that journey, people don't realize as the fatigue builds up, how hard it can be. So he needs to continue to maintain that tenacity as he goes through the final phases of this prep.
Push for one. There you go. Blow it out. Good. Quarter turn, much better. Arms let them hang more naturally. Okay. See the difference? Good. Quarter turn. Good. Quarter turn. Okay, see how long you plan it out. Don't worry about abs in that. If anything, you want your chest full and high. You want this to be big and full. As soon as you drop into your abs, lose all that. So it should be a lean back, big and wide, not worry about your abs. Okay? Your abs are good. They'll be there. Good. Front double bicep. Back. There you go. Good. Front lat spread. Good. Side chest. Perfect. Good. Face your front. Abdominals and thighs. Are you just cardio? Cardio is the best part. Blow it out. Good. Most muscular. Legs, once your upper body's set, you'll always hold your upper body, go right into holding legs again, okay? So your last thought should be legs. So when I do my legs, if I lock out, I got no details, right? If I bend mine, if I sit, bend them, then all the details come out. So everybody's different, you know what I mean? You're gonna get it, some people they lock out and it's better, but mine don't look as good. If I sit on it, it gets better. I get all these details all the way up into the top. So, you know what I mean? So you gotta try it both ways. Now that you're starting to get pretty evenly balanced, he just, needs to work on definition right now, which is obviously the last 8 weeks out is the most critical part. So just getting leaner and leaner, it's gonna bring out more and more detail. He's big muscle wires everywhere, and those details come out, just gonna give him better muscularity. So. Wide, open, as soon as you turn to the side, connected here, and you drop my arm down. Same thing here. Yeah, just him and I have been friends for years, so I've been competing since 1989, so I got a couple of competitions underneath my belt. Got 2 state titles, a regional title, and 2 national titles, so I've been around for a while, but just give him a couple of pointers on how to present himself better. As the details come out more and more, then you can actually fine-tune it more, but until you see the details, kind of just get him in the basic positions and then fine-tune it as we go on. He gets closer, so. Not even worried about this. It's all what you're doing. See the difference here? Yeah, I mean, he should be up here posing 3-4 times a week, so I'm sure he is doing that. And if he wants me to critique him every now and then, I'd be glad to come up and take a look at him. So I saw him about maybe 3 weeks ago, and he's gotten a lot leaner since then, so I can fine tune a little bit more. And then all you can do is put people in basic positions until you start seeing the details, and you got to find out what looks best on them, because we're all unique individuals, and what looks good on me might not look good on him, and vice versa. So as people get leaner and leaner and you see more of the muscularity, then you go in and fine-tune the posing to fit their physique. Cool. Oh, it was my pleasure. All right, guys, welcome.